It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. I heard them saying that we lost diversity in rap. How the fuck is that when y'all just been supporting trap? I'm charged up like jumper cables, dropping with no label, breaded up like bagels, finna wipe these niggas out the map. I got some shit in the tuck you ain't heard of, sipping Bloody Mary, my lyrics on blood and murder. Your name in my journal circled, I'm riding with your beach, yeah, we out in murder. The second coming to greatness, I feel like color purple. I'm on the level y'all ain't ready for. Shouted want the wood, I'm a cutting boy. Been a legend in Atlanta, bitch, I'm past the Troy. Pretty boy, but that money finna pull a Floyd. The jewels sparkle in that water, pass me a LaCroix. River Elliott never needed an alias. Independently checking my Nikes came from them avias. I've been on my hustle car shuffle, niggas hearts muffled. If you want trouble, got muscle like WrestleMania. Boy, stop. We looking at Porsche drives. Been rapping 20 years. I'm insuring my voice box. They call me unorthodox. I'm orthodontic when it come to profit. Safety first, but let me switch the topic. Y'all rappers all in my DMs to promote your tracks. Every morning logging in, I report the trash. You gotta take it on the chin if you want it bad. I'm used to it, I've been through it. I'm using my point of view as an influence. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be getting into Cardi B and the final push leading up to the new album, Am I the Drama, which will be out this week. Just yesterday, she had a pop-up out in New York, the Bodega pop-up, which they just kind of surprised the people with the day before, said, meet me out there. The folks in New York, they showed up and showed out. She's got these in-store meet and greets for the album, for the hard copies of the album, the vinyls and the CDs. The vinyls and the CDs are moving. The fans are mobilizing behind this. She got like 7 different variants of the album, all of which are being sold at crazy rates, leading a lot of people to speculate on how this album is going to perform. Is this going to be in the 250 range like Invasion of Privacy? Is it going to reach up to the 300,000 range? Very interesting, you know what I mean? And if it does, what is this going to mean for Cardi and folks that don't like Cardi? Because everybody's been comparing or been trying to set the standard, of course, with Pink Friday 2, which sold 228,000 at the end of 2023. That's been the standard. That's been, in the ladies in hip hop, nobody has come in and superseded that. So people are trying to see, is she going to be able to sustain or achieve higher than that? For anybody that's going to come on this video and say, oh my God, you can't talk about her without mentioning get a fucking life, okay? Now, we're also going to get into Elliott Wilson and DJ Head and The Bigger Picture, because they had a conversation about Cardi and the rollout for the album as well. Y'all know I talked about the rollout last week. But for people that really know what's going on out here, people that actually witnessed album rollouts in the 90s and 2000s, that saw how, stores used to run them units, how artists used to get out there and be mobile with their fans and be accessible with their fans and allow people to see them, touch them in real life, not on no funny shit. Buy the album, get an autograph. Cardi B is living in that as we speak. And to me, I feel like this is another part of what the game's been missing. A lot of people have been excelling and doing well off the internet, and I think the internet is a great way to push yourself and promote yourself and create opportunities for yourself. But nothing beats the in-person experience. Nobody knew that this is what was coming, but her fans have been responding gleefully, joyfully, and eager to be a part of it since it's been announced. You know what I mean? And I think ultimately that's what's winning for Cardi B right now, is just opening it up, making herself accessible, especially to her hometown in New York, them being the first destination, them being the first group of people that get to actually rock with her, it's all working out. So let's get to the Elliott Wilson segment, and then we're going to get into the pop-up and all of that different stuff. All right?
Well,
We'll figure it out.
You were talking about Cardi B.
We know what Cardi's doing. Cardi's out there working her ass off trying to sell you an album.
You said she's just bundling. She was out there selling real hard copies, CDs in the streets. Look at her.
Oh, God.
Guerrilla marketing.
$9.99. $9.99. You got $15 right here, though. $20. $20. $9.99 for the little ones. Y'all get the little ones for $9.99.
Single mother
What up, y'all? We outside. We got the exclusive Cardi B new album we selling right now. Look at it right here. We got the vinyls. We got the CDs. We got the core edition.
She got the Bob Marley
We got the
one.
core edition. $9.99. $9.99. So which y'all CDs?
You know there's hella security around.
Right? Security's crazy.
Yeah.
How many security details do you think she had? 20?
I mean, you see the truck behind her. I don't think anyone could have gotten within 5 feet. I don't know that anyone was able to buy a CD that day.
Because she really is on 125th Street in Harlem, right?
Shout out to Lauren LaRosa.
Shout out to Lauren. But yes, I do love her rollout right now. I think
everyone's
she's
loving
leaning
the rollout.
in. She dropped like what 20 album covers that are alternatives. She said she needs new money for a new BBL, so buy her vinyls. You know, she's really leaning in.
Single mother free.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't want to go back to stripping.
Exactly. So she's kind of leaning in. I'm excited that you said that, like, the fans are saying now they want that 300K album sold.
Yeah, so now the hype is a fan of galvanizing that she needs to do 300K in the first week. Gentlemen, is that possible?
Should we predict?
Bro, what?
What?
Who the fuck is doing that?
Let's see. Passion. Travis Scott, he has bundles. I'm sure he did 300K this year.
All right, bro.
Well, I'm just trying to look because WAP is going to be on the album, right?
Okay, so clearly DJ Head is not a believer. Not to say that he's against Cardi B, but he's not believing that she's going to hit that 300K mark, which, hey, to be honest, it's a big feat. It's not a lot of people, especially in 2025. If you look at the last 2 years in hip-hop sales, it's been a rapid decline. You know, Kendrick did 300K on a surprise album, but we haven't seen too many people really push that. Tyler, the Creator. But I don't know. We're going to see. But with all these CDs that she's moving, I think this is the factor that everybody's been missing is the pre-sales, the bundle. Well, I don't even want to say the bundles. The pre-sales, the different box set, the CD variants. I'm sure there's fans out there that have bought multiple editions of the album just because they want to have each one of them as collectibles. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to work in her favor extremely. You know what I mean? This isn't a situation of sending nobody no money. Hey, if you need $20 to go buy the album, we'll send it to you. Go buy the album, delete it out your iTunes, and then buy it again. This ain't that.
That sold equivalent of 8 million, isn't it? Or is it's just up?
No, all the songs are on the album. Whopping up.
Whopping up.
Yeah.
So WAP sold, it's 8 times platinum.
Yep.
So you already have, that's 8 million units. I don't know how they count it when it's just like a single that's put on an album. But Up was also, I think, a platinum
Well, I don't
song.
think they don't count it as part of they don't count it as part of the first week. I don't think.
Do they not?
I don't think they do.
What was her
They
sale
count it in the cumulative.
the first
Yeah.
album?
Okay.
What was her sale the first album? I'm trying to pull it up. First week.
First week sales for Invasion of Privacy were 255,000.
Okay, 255.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be half that.
So far this year, the biggest selling album first week was Playboy.
DJ Head is not rolling. He said he thinks she finna do 125, 126. This one of the times I gotta strongly disagree with you. Cardi already is one of the highest performing artists in terms of streams. You can say what you want about imaginary players not bringing in the streams like that. But you got to understand, this is an album people have been waiting on for 7 years. Ain't no fucking way people not going to... There's going to be hate listeners. There's going to be love listeners. There's going to be repeat listeners. There's going to be overnight listeners. This is not doing no 126, no 127 and a half type shit. I don't give a fuck what DJ Head talking about on this one. Respectfully, ain't no fucking way. I don't expect this to be anything less than 200 personally. But we'll continue.
Cardi music 298.
298. Okay.
So no one's cracked
It wasn't a
300.
Travis though.
Travis 1 came in third. Jack Boys 2. Everyone's still playing that. Jack Boys 2 is out right now on your phones. DSP, Jack Boys 2. I know you guys are listening. 232,000.
Okay,
That
so
was
the
the third
biggest one
biggest.
was
Top 5 is
And when I said Tyler, I'm talking about Chromacopia, not the Don't Tap the Glass from last year.
Playboy Cardi music 298. Party and Drake, Sexy Songs for You 246. Jack Boys 2 232. Tyler, Don't Tap the Glass 197, and Little Baby Wham.
so then why do
140.
we think that she's gonna do 300?
Because that's the bar. Cardi, they want her to do. Her fans want the Barty gang.
I think she's gonna outperform all of those albums because the rest of those albums didn't have strong rollouts. They didn't have this type of campaign. They weren't in the streets. They didn't have 12 different fucking album variants for you to order. You know what I'm saying? We just saw the Clips do 117 off of their campaign after 16 years. Just imagine if the Clips would have had radio on their side, like some of these bigger artists, like a Cardi B, right? Whatever Cardi drops, radio is automatically playing it, even if radio hosts don't like it. You got to think about Apple Music, like all of these different places that are already serviced the music, they're gonna run it. So I don't see it doing no 1-0, or if it is 1-something, it's gonna be in the high 180, 190 at minimum. That's just me though. I could be proven wrong.
Hey,
Barty
bro.
gang. Can she do it?
That day is over with.
But it does say
What do you
here
mean that day's over with?
pre-release
Playboy
single
Cardi just stayed
streams.
close to it. 298.
All right.
Pre-release single streams and sales count towards an album's first week chart performance.
Okay, yeah, we don't know.
So I don't know exactly how that works, but I just
So
imagine
between her
she's
CDs,
already sitting at
vinyls,
yeah.
and she's doing old school meet and greets with her fans.
You want me
right?
to call
So
and find out how that works?
Yeah, that ask about that one thing because I don't know. I remember there were times where like
You
big
calling
singles.
Elliott Grange?
I'm gonna call Ray.
Yeah, Ray's our official
Do we
streaming
have to pay him?
expert.
Is our consultant now?
But I'm interested to see because if that counts towards
If it counts towards first week sales.
yeah, and how much?
My brother, we got another question
Ray
for you if you got
Daniels.
time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
You're on the bigger picture.
we talking about first
You
week
got to tell him
sales.
he's on the show. You got to make it clear that he's on the show.
I did tell him. He know.
Okay, I got you.
We talking about first week sales and how singles that were released prior to the album play into the first week sales or overall sales.
Yeah, if it plays into the overall sales of the project, they add the records to it. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it affects first week sales. I just think it's overall sales.
Specifically
That's
because
right.
Add it.
we're talking about Cardi B's album and if she could do a 300K because of how successful WAP was and Up, like if those singles are added, does that add to a first week sale where
I
like
don't think it adds to the first week sales. I think it adds to overall sales.
Exactly.
Sales, like I don't know if it adds to first week. I don't think they'll give somebody that because then that'll help them on the week. Like now she has a number one because of a record 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I just can't see Billboard doing it. But like that's my knowledge is that it doesn't count. It just goes towards it in the end.
And then how does the bundles play in the like? Because they pre-sale. Like, is there a cap on how far out you can pre-sell an album?
I think there is. I think there is. It's some months though. Like,
Okay,
you can
so
put your
it's
album
within-
up, but you can also add. You can put songs in there. So we can upload an album today and say it's this, and then a month from now upload a whole new project and it'll be the same thing. You know, a lot of people do that too, where you just like you got to get the album out and put the artist on like. They not coming, put their album out 6 months from now, put it up for pre-sale. It's 13 songs. We know WAP is number 3. We know this song is number 7. But those other ones, they can fill that in the middle. So I don't think that it counts towards first week sale. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But the bundles do because you're actually buying the price. You're buying something with the album. So if Elliott is selling T-shirts and every T-shirt, an album comes with it, that's how the bundles work. That's why they count, because you're actually purchasing something and they throwing the album into it. Like when Jay-Z did that first week with Samsung, same concept.
Understood.
Because people still got an album.
Because people still got an album for it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good looking, bro.
Appreciate you.
Okay. So yeah.
And yeah. I mean, right. Also Cardi's using with these. She's.
But the dope thing about it is, this ain't even a T-shirt bundle. This ain't even a hat bundle. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of discourse around the validity of that. Like if you buy a T-shirt but you just get a album by proxy, is that still the same as supporting the album, or is it because you wanted the T-shirt, right? Because a lot of people feel like that's kind of cheating and gaming the system. However, what Cardi is doing is just offering the music and just giving you different covers. You know what I mean? Again, collectibles. So I think that's a totally different thing, because you're solely buying music, which I think is actually pretty cool. I think the box set may come with a little bit more, but in theory, these are just albums being sold. Like if you went to FYE, Sam Goody, if you went to Circuit City back in the days, Target, wherever the fuck you happen to get your albums from, yeah, Circuit City. I'm from that era, you know what I mean? But that's what's exciting about her rollout, is it kind of takes you back to a time when people were excited to buy music and have it tangibly, and she's kind of giving you even more reason to want the tangible version of the album, to do these meet and greets, to do these autograph signings, to do these pop-ups, and be like, yo, come turn up. You know what I mean? Come have an opportunity to meet with me. Everybody that buys an album is going to get a photo with me. Like, what's up? I think more artists need to adapt to this. Not every artist is going to have the budget to pour into it. But also, there's so many different drop shipping options out there. If you have a fan base, you should definitely look into it.
Doing these direct meet and greets, you know, which artists do, but she's doing it on a grand scale, and obviously she's super popular. So you're literally gonna have fans. Shout out to the people that hit me on the chat. There are people that are listening to music still on CD players.
Yeah. Some people said
there's a small group. I apologize to y'all.
And they import it into their computer so that they can own the music. Yeah.
No CD players. None.
Yeah.
Nobody listening to CD players.
Yeah.
No. So there are, but I do think also, if you're a fan of Cardi B, it's still to have a signed CD by Cardi B dedicated to the old school way. Yeah. I think it resonates, and that counts as a sale. So it's clever that, I don't know if somebody of her stature has done that in this marketplace of that sort of direct thing, and she's using that and galvanizing her celebrity. So people are gonna wait on long ass lines to have Cardi B sign a CD. They may never even crack the CD open and know where to play it, but they'll have a signed CD in their possession that Cardi B signed.
Bro, they still sell posters, signed autograph posters, in which, like, SZA did it for the GNX tour.
Yeah,
she physically autographed. Those aren't stamps.
Yeah,
the wrestlers all do it. I pay attention to stuff like that, because obviously the wrestling world is huge, but they physically sign these
John
things.
Cena.
Yeah.
And then you can't even see the signature.
And there's a person just taking each one away as they sign them.
You can get wrist fatigue and shit.
So they just, and so the reason why I know that this is like a successful thing is also because the Glasses did it.
Yeah.
G Malone, he sold, I think the album, the project he did before this new one that he has, he did physicals. And it was just like, hey, you can get it on a physical, and I'm only doing physicals first, and then you get the digital later. It's kind of like what Nipsey did in Proud to Pay. Yeah.
So I think, so let's say physical, she does like 100K-ish, right? She probably streams that. So she's already in the 200s. I think she has a shot for the 300.
If you do, how many physicals?
If they're counting the physicals.
I'm going to.
They have to count. That's what I'm telling you. You have to count the physicals.
Yeah. But I think it's smart for her, because I think that Cardi's big. I mean, I think she's popular, obviously, but she's probably not the top tier streaming artist, right? She's competitive in the market, I'm sure, but it's like she's not necessarily top 5 or top 10 of the genre, I would think. So I think her playing the physical angle actually is very clever, because it can get her 100K sales, more of that direct thing that gives her more of a shot to crack that, to be, you know, you want to be Playboy Cardi, you want to have the highest selling album of the year.
One, you make more money doing the physical. 2, it's also a real sale. Back in
Yeah,
this, like from
CD counts. Yeah,
go look up SoundScan, kids.
Yeah.
So it comes from that day, right?
Yeah.
It's actually a real physical sale as opposed to you needing 1 billion streams to get, a platinum.
Well, she
And
had 100K pure album sales on her first album.
See, there you go. So
Physicals.
She looked
Yeah.
at that. Yeah, physicals. Exactly. So that's what she's playing it to.
I don't think that was physicals on the first album. I think that was more so iTunes on the first album, pre-sales, and just people that just straight up bought it. Because I think at that time iTunes was a lot more accessible for people than it is today. They've gone through some different transitions with iTunes. At one point they said it was deactivated, then they brought it back and did all this weird shit. Like they try to take away all of the things that people actually like, and then y'all try to give us some new shit and say, hey, adapt to that. Just stream all the fucking time. Nah, nigga. But if you could do 100K in pure sales, if you've done it, what you think? All those people are just gonna leave? Not be fans no more? There might be some people that bought the album the first time around that may not be as fond of Cardi. Maybe they on the fence about the quality of the music. They're not sure what to expect. But I think, again, most of those people, you got to think, man, albums today are not as expensive as they used to be. That's why Eminem still sells well. The price of an album is the price of a fucking Wendy's meal. A Wendy's meal might cost more today than an album. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get one of them good motherfuckers, you paying $15, $16. The album is $10.99 or some shit. These motherfuckers is buying. I don't care what y'all talking about. Now again, come Friday afternoon, J Nolan is gonna give my opinion of what I'm hearing, the ear test. But right now we're just looking at projections, we're looking at energy, and we're looking at a massive amount of pre-sales that are being encouraged by the artist weeks ahead. Ain't no way it's not going to be successful.
But again, I think just the look of it, which is also clever with the multiple covers. I feel like, again, some people, like if you're an Alchemist fan or Alfredo too, you want the vinyl, right? Because it's a certain style of music.
Yeah.
But if you're a Cardi fan and you love Cardi and you love her fly looks, you want multiple CDs with different
you buy
artworks.
multiple sales.
So it's smart that she's galvanizing. I wonder if it even causes even more of a resurgence in the CD market of people valuing CDs more because they see the way that Cardi's used the CD is selling. So maybe it's not the bundle. I take the bundle thing back. Travis is still the king of the bundle. Maybe Cardi B is the CD champion and she's helping to galvanize a resurgence of the CD has value, whether it's a collecting thing, like a physical thing, or, people playing CDs.
I know this is going to sound crazy to you, but like if you visit places, like I was in the Midwest recently, I was in the South recently, and when you jump into Ubers, people still got CD players in their car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people still can just pop a CD into their fucking car.
Yeah.
That's not really a thing in major metropolises like New York. Like everybody,
But maybe they're being underserved in a sense too.
they are. That's what I'm telling you. There's a market for this.
They're watching shit on YouTube. To your point, they're not. There's a world where people aren't even on Apple, Spotify.
No.
They're watching shit on YouTube, and they're still listening to CDs.
I would argue that actually no. The stat came out last year that YouTube is still the biggest DSP.
No, absolutely.
It's still the biggest DSP.
Kids are raised on YouTube. Like we were raised on these television shows. Like,
Shout out to our audience right now watching.
where they watching this now? That goddamn.
We all on YouTube, baby. YouTube is the biggest cable network in the motherfucking game. Biggest cable network, streaming network, whatever you want to call it. So when people come around here talking about something, oh, you're a Z-list YouTuber, bitch, you do it. You do it. Show me that you could cause some significance to your opinion in this motherfucker. It ain't as easy as it look. I'm gonna tell you now. And some people that did it ain't able to sustain it. Okay? So you do it. So we've got this video here on Twitter from Cardi B here of her out in the city. Holding a baby, no less. On top of the police cars.
Señores, eso es ahora mismo en vivo.
So they turned this bitch into a block party. All right, so here We're on MSN, but this is Aggregator Holding Complex article that says Cardi B says Atlantic underestimated her massive turnout for NYC pop-up. Okay, Cardi B's Bodega Baddie pop-up brought out so many people in New York City that the rapper admitted that her record label underestimated the turnout. Barty live streamed the massive turnout for a pop-up event, which she had announced less than 24 hours before it took place. Thousands of fans met her at Cloud Deli in Washington Heights, the NYC neighborhood where she was born and spent a lot of time growing up. While streaming herself at the pop-up, she could be heard speaking to someone off camera about Atlantic Records, saying they underestimated how many people would come. Check out a brief clip from her live stream about it below. Okay, so this is Barty's media here. So the fans in the stands have been activated.
There's so many people outside. I would never let Atlantic organize some shit like that. They underestimated it.
All right, so that is Cardi out her own mouth saying they didn't believe. They thought that this was gonna be some run-of-the-mill thing, and it turned out to be something much bigger. She also said, I would never let Atlantic do something like that. Oh, that's interesting. Some of the trust there. Furthermore, they say Cardi linked up with Phantom at her pop-up and seemed to suggest that she'd be hopping on Phantom's stream. Hold on, y'all. All right, so here, Victor Baez says, Dominican link up. Cardi B announces she's going on Phantom's stream. Okay, and Phantom is a popular streamer. I believe he's with I don't know who he's with now. I think he used to be with the AMP folks. I don't know if he's still with them. I don't follow him that closely, but popular streamer. Okay, it's another clip of them. I'm not gonna watch the clip. Cardi B and Phantom at the Cardi B Bodega Baddie pop-up event in New York. Okay, another one. Phantom and Cardi B had thousands of people surrounding them at their pop-up in NYC together. Did they work together on this? I didn't know that. Afterwards, Cardi released a video expressing her gratitude to everyone who came out. The pop-up was insane. She said, I think we underestimated that pop-up, but that pop-up means a lot to me because I always tell you guys this. Washington Heights is like my second hood. I used to walk the bridge to High Bridge in the Bronx from 155th over there. So for me to see so many people on my block, for me, it means a lot to me, more than you guys could ever imagine. Cardi B's Bodega Baddie pop-up was to promote her sophomore album, Am I the Drama? The project is set to release on September 19th. Ahead of it, Cardi's taking a hand-to-hand approach to promoting it. In a unique promo moment, Cardi shared a skit in which she carried a box of her albums on a subway train while wearing a hoodie, sweatpants, and slides. There was rats in that motherfucker too, man. New York, New York. Goddamn. She said, good evening, everybody, said the rapper to the people on board. I'm out here trying to sell these CDs. I'm trying to change my life around. I used to be a professional ballerina. I'm trying to make a better example for my kids. While stumbling through the train car, Cardi continued asking for support. If you could please buy my new album, Am I the Drama, $9.99. In the caption for the post, Cardi leaned on her supposed desperation. 7 more days until I find out if I'm going to lose my home, she wrote. Buy my album to help me save it. Now, I've been seeing some people saying, oh, this Cardi B rollout is looking like desperation. Duh. That's because she's being sarcastic. It's sarcasm. You think she really finna lose her house? You think she really in jeopardy of going back to the script club? Are you stupid or is you dumb? Okay? Like, we gotta be reasonable people here. This is all her leaning into the people that say, oh, she's not talented. She's this, she's that. The album's going to suck. It's going to flop. Oh, she's doing all this for attention. She needs it. Da, 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 da. So instead of her getting on Spaces, yelling, screaming, preaching her case, she like, you know what? I'll lean into it. Yeah. Save me. Save me from going back to the club. Save me. Save me from losing my crib. Save me from having to goddamn sell my cars that she don't even drive. Save me. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. If you're going to say it anyway, I might as well lean into it. But then they say, oh, she's desperate. Oh, she's begging for people to buy the album. Yeah. That's what you do when you have an album. You know what I'm saying? That's what it used to be. When people used to go on TRL, when they used to go on motherfucking 106 in Park and sit on a couch, them motherfuckers would be like, yes, please buy my album. Support me. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here because I want to show off my motherfucking hairstyle. Buy my fucking album. But you know, man, you can't correct stupidity in this climate today. You know, people are very, very comfortable and happy in their ignorance. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Ain't no way to stop it when a nigga poppin'. Pull up, start a problem, I got plenty options. Homies from the project with a trending topic. I got bennies in my wallet, fuck your all I got is all I could get. Flooded the knowledge, I flooded my wrist. Tell me I rap for the glamour and glitz. Got on my shit, now they ran me on list. Filling my pocket, I'm taking a trip. Call me a genie, I'm filling my wish. When it come down to me and get in my bag, I gotta get it, I pay for the lift. I got a baby, we coming legit. Roll with the big dogs. I need my cut like fit now. Buddy got shot like Sim car. Married to the game like in-law. Do what I please, move with the breeze, fly to believe. Shawty, she love me, she coming to tease. Ready the haters, we cutting the weeds. Give me my space, oh man. Got me a taste, oh man. Flood to the face, I'm running a race, I cover the bases, all damn. Nigga, don't try me, I'm on my square. Cardiac diamonds, I want me a pill. Treat all this money like I got a meal. Everything closer than it might appear, yo. Bitch, I got my mask on now, watch your germs here. I've been getting paid since the first time on my third tip. Popping on the net, fuck a local, I got turf here. Fucking with the squad, we gon' put y'all in some merch, yeah.